Welcome back to another episode of A Degree of Dopeness. Today we are going to have a great time. We are celebrating Juneteenth. We are going to talk about our blackness and how black we can be 365, but that is not the premise of this episode. I promise you, this is an educational show. So if you ever wanted to have questions answered about how black people are always late, and we're gonna ask it and we're gonna approach it ourselves and justify and explain why we have these character traits. This is an amazing opportunity for you to kind of learn some insight into black history our way in the 2020 shift. And also, we're going to include a great music segment with our DJ, Chubster. He's going to come in and entertain us. You don't want to miss this, I promise it. So stick around. Hello, DJ Chubster, the house DJ. Thank you for coming here. No, my sister Keisha's back. Welcome back. We're about to talk about music, everybody. We love music, right? We done had a little sip now. Well, she has. And she had her Faux Island iced tea that she's drinking over there, and that's okay. But Chris, cheers. 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 So, you gotta drink. Please don't remind the studio audience about that one. Keisha. She said, I got it. Music. Music is the topic. I like your shirt. Your shirt. So what is that about?
It's just growing up in the Caribbean, from Belize.
Okay.
It's just reggae is in my soul.
Really? All reggae? Special reggae?
All reggae.
All reggae. Oh, there's no discrimination.
Yeah, I go from roots to culture to dancehall to everything.
Oh, Keisha, you like reggae?
Love it.
Reggae?
I love it.
I like whitewashed reggae, I guess. I'm a Sean Paul girl. I don't know. Yeah. Everybody's like, that's not real reggae. I'm like, it's to me. I enjoyed it, right?
He was at one point.
Right? Don't you get me started. Ooh, baby boy, I was done when he came out of that jungle. But anyways, why reggae? Does it speak to your soul? Why?
There's all types of aspects in it. It's kind of like how you have hip hop and R&B. Dancehall reggae is the faster one you want to get on the dance floor, and then you have like lovers rock, which is like R&B, which is like love songs, but it's reggae. And the beat is just, to me, it's just you can't compare it to anything else because the beat just.
Really?
Yeah,
I'm learning something new about reggae today. I had no idea dancehall meant that you can dance to it. I mean, I guess I would assume that, but.
Yeah, dancehall is like the Sean Paul.
Like okay, then we like dancehall. Right. Yeah. Okay, that's what we like. We can categorize it now, y'all. Thank you for that, DJ Chubster. Keisha, I see you had a Wu-Tang shirt. We almost had it out in the last episode because I'm bad boy, she Wu-Tang. What is it about Wu-Tang that the pastor likes about Wu-Tang?
I love Wu-Tang. Okay, for one, if I can give one example is they take me back to good times in my youth.
Okay.
And seeing them today with their new show gives me much more respect for their art.
Right?
Their struggle. Yeah.
I am. That documentary was great.
Yeah.
I didn't watch documentaries. I was trained to watch documentaries. But anyway, so the documentaries themselves were amazing. I didn't know they hustled up like that to that was part of the inspiration of this show. Mm-hmm. If you can do it in in New York in a basement, you can grind. Why do you think I love Diddy? Yeah. Everybody's always like, why do you love Diddy? I mean, from what I've heard, he smells like Lalicious. So of course, I would like to have that fragrance, But for the most part, I respect his business hustle.
Absolutely.
It has. I love the music. 112, Faith. Day 26, oh my God, Danny Kane, these people, like, the music.
You forgot the most important one.
Biggie. Yeah. I know. Oh, we was going to say the best for last. No, well, he wasn't the one for me. I was a Mason girl. Mason Betha.
Oh, Mason Betha. Yeah.
Yes. Oh, AJ was about 2 seconds from being named Mace if I hadn't lost that bet. Do you understand? That is a very serious statement. I was so mad about that. I had the name all picked out. Mace!
But Big is the one that really brought Bad Boy to light.
Yeah. He did.
Big and Craig Mack.
But yeah, Big is amazing. I mean, what do you think I'm talking about right here? No disrespect. But no, I'm serious. It wasn't, he wasn't my cup of tea. He wasn't my flavor in the ear. He maybe was yours. But what other music besides like hip hop, because I'm loving some new music right now.
Yeah.
I'm loving some Lucky Day. I went to his concert. Are you familiar with Lucky Day?
Okay.
Oh my gosh, Lucky Day, huge fan, huge fan. The concert was phenomenal, although the audio did mess up during Karma. I'm gonna need you to run that back like Karma. I want my money. But other than that, it was a good show. It's like good energy. He's from New Orleans and he has this like slow, mellow group. Like, what are you listening to now?
Oh, I listen to everything. I literally listen to. I go from country to opera to Andrea Bocelli. I'm all over the place.
We breaking down stereotypes in here today. Was that opera you just referenced?
It just depends on how I feel.
Yes.
And that's kind of with reggae too. Reggae is, I can put on whatever I want, from Bob to anybody, to Sean Paul, to Beanie Man, Bounty Killer, Buju Banton.
Okay.
I can go down to all of those guys. And I can go to, even when I'm trying to romance a little lady, I can put on some Lovers Rock, some Tammy Chin.
Oh, maybe I need to hear these Lovers Rock chants, because I ain't had no romance in a minute. I'm gonna need, what is it that speaks to your soul right now?
Ooh, I'm a kind of Anthony David, Anthony Hamilton, but I like everything. I love Beyonce.
Of course, we cannot leave a show
my
without.
God. So,
yes.
I'm everything.
Okay. I mean, obviously, I'm bad boy, but like, that. No, I'm joking. But no, I love just the soul that all music brings. Like, I'm a huge Dixie Chicks fan. People are always shocked when they hear that. And I don't know if it's like, when I say I love the Dixie Chicks, it's almost like when, white people reference the fact that they like Craig David, like if that's dated, but I love Alanis Morissette. I love that classic 90s music. I loved Original Pink.
Yeah.
When she had that soul on her, I was like, okay, she could sing, So what, I know this sounds like a black stereotype and it's a horrible game, but we was playing it the other night, so we're gonna keep it real with y'all. We was talking about white artists that sing versus sang. Who can sing? And I'm gonna throw out a couple artists to you guys, and I want you to tell me if they can sing or they can sing. Okay? Kelly Clarkson. Sing?
I think she can.
Sang.
She can.
Oh, she can sing. Yeah, I'm with you. She can sing.
She can sing.
Okay. Justin Timberlake.
Oh, he can sing.
Sing?
He can sing.
Sing.
He's a sanger.
He can sing?
Yeah.
He can sing? Oh, yes, he could definitely sing. Okay. Christina, we already know. Sing! I mean, everybody knows Christina Aguilera can just blow. I'm so enthralled by everything. But let's go Taylor Swift.
Sing.
She can sing, yeah. I haven't heard too much of her being able to, her range.
Yes.
But she's a poppy artist to me, so
I couldn't tell you. I can tell you a couple Taylor Swift songs, but I don't know if she can sing or not because I don't really be focused on that. I mean, she's selling the package and she's selling it well, by the way. I mean, when I saw her little documentary on Netflix and she had that little scene when she came out and gave a little Beyonce touch, I said, oh, Taylor, is this what we doing? I was very excited, but I mean, I don't know if I'm gonna stay neutral because I have never heard her, so I'm gonna be honest with y'all about that. I mean, poppy. But any particular artist right now that if you had to just give a shout out to, because this is a music segment, so we're gonna wrap it up. So your most important and favorable artist right now, just give a little shout out to them so they know that you're a fan and you're thinking about them.
Miranda Curtis. Love you, Miranda Curtis. Where do I give a shout out?
Anywhere. Just throw it. Okay.
Love Miranda Curtis.
Is that a gospel artist?
Yes, she is.
Okay, I might take that in. I love the recommendations too.
See, I'm a fan of too many people. That's the problem.
I'm gonna need your name.
Like, rest in peace. We just had Fred the Godson. He passed away from the COVID. But that was one of my favorite hip hop artists. Then this new kid. It's a Belizean artist. It's called Punta. The music. Little June. See you doing your thing.
Little June.
Yeah, Jun.
Okay, Jun. Okay, perfect.
But that's a Belizean type word. It's even Central American kind of.
Gotcha.
And then I just have 2 minutes.
Okay, I understand. We all do. That's why I asked for one, but Chris gave us multiples, but it's okay. Sometimes we love music that much. The DJ obviously has to give us more. DJ Chubster said, I can't do this. I can't narrow it down to just one. But my shout out before we leave, I think right now that's speaking to my soul is Ari Lennox.
Ari Lennox.
Ari Lennox. Oh, I love you. I love you. You're speaking my sound. It's poetry. So I wanted to say thank you to the music artists out there because we appreciate everything that you do. You speak to our music. You allowed us to ride the rhythm of your life through words. And that is powerful. And we appreciate it. And we thank you. Hello. How y'all doing today?
Good.
Are y'all excited about Black History 365?
Absolutely.
You better be, because today we get to be black, because we got to be black. 365 days a year. Do you understand that? That is my best friend's phrase. He always say that and then puts little hashtags up. Black History 365, because he hit you with a Black History fact. So today, we're going to hit a little about, I can't even talk, I'm so excited. A little Black History fact, okay? So let's start the dialogue. Should we start off juicy? Make it juicy. Should we start off juicy? We're going to weed them into it. What do you like about being black? Let's start there, because I know a lot of us tend to kind of hide it or, you know, don't like to express it, or in some places even work, you can't express it, right? So that black cap that happens. So I want to put some positive on it first. So what do you enjoy about being a black person in 2020?
The culture.
The culture?
Yeah, I just love the culture.
What about the culture? Like,
Just being myself, like being able to dress how I
Oh.
want. Because I know a lot of people like
is that a Kobe fan?
Kobe.
All day?
Yep.
Not really. My boo likes him, but I'm not a fan. I'm a Rockets girl. But anyway, so what do you like about being black, Taryn?
I like that I kind of set the standards.
You set the standard?
It doesn't matter where I am. People are always kind of looking at me, seeing how I dress, how I walk, how I talk, and they're always trying to imitate it. So it's kind of nice to go on and be like the figurehead.
You know what? I'm going to drink on that because I don't know what that means, imitate it, but it's almost like, did you see Get Out?
Yes.
How did you feel about that movie?
I loved it.
You loved it? Why?
Because it was really insightful.
Mm.
I had no idea.
Right.
I never would have crossed my mind.
Like what? Never like the
The
plot.
Yeah. There was a lot of hidden messages in it too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If y'all
Oh my
get to
God.
watch it again.
Yeah.
see
Let
what
me tell you my stance as a black woman. I was mad for white people. I felt like the movie was insulting to them. To the fact that they would kidnap us and rob us of our identity because they want to be like us so much. I mean, it was a bit extreme for me. I mean, that was my take on it. Like, I kind of saw the other side. I'm always good at, like, viewing the other side of something. So the movie was offensive. When they killed off old boy at the end, and I was in the theater, and there were a lot of white people in there, and they were cheering. I was like, no, you don't cheer for this. This is horrible. They're saying that you're trying to steal, and what is it that the Kardashians, they claim they do all the time? What's that? Appropriate, you know.
appropriation.
Racial appropriation, that's the one. I love them. I love the Kardashians. I mean, but anyways, let's talk about us. What do you like about being black, Candace? Because you look like a Kardashian, by the way. Looking amazing. No, oh my God, that shoe. Can we get a little bit of that? We'll do that later. Okay, black people, we always love our shoes.
Yeah.
Why is that such a thing?
Because they were hard to come by at one point.
Huh? Jordans.
Right.
Because you know,
I never owned a pair.
you know, I told my Jordan story already, so the world knows that one already. But yes, you're right. It moves you. What is it about wearing shoes? And I'm gonna come back to you, Candace. I didn't forget. But what is it about wearing an expensive pair of shoes that makes black people feel powerful?
I think it's just a feeling. Like you got good kicks on and you just feel better.
But
about yourself.
why?
I don't know. I think it may be a stereotype, but I don't know. I just feel.
I've never owned a pair of Jordans, so I wouldn't know.
I guess for me, it's more like the Jordans kind of set the tone. Like it's like, all right, everything else matches, but once your shoes match, and they kind of have their own little style to them, their own little say to them, it's like the whole outfit just comes together.
Well, I hope my outfit come together because I don't own Jordans. I can't afford Jordans. I'm a teacher. Oh, Jesus. But Candace, what do you like about being a black woman? And she just turned 21, so y'all, she is beautiful. Happy birthday. Tell us.
It's kind of just bouncing off of what he said, being like a trendsetter. Because like black girls, for example, like, do a lot of different hairstyles and hairstyles that people wouldn't dare to
seem like
do, and then we
already.
do it, and they actually see us do it, and then they're like, oh, I want to do that. I want to do my hair like that. It's kind of like an inspiration type of thing.
And you know, they admire that about us. A lot of people assume that as black women, when we wear weave, that it's because we're not happy with our hair. Like we want to be something. No, I just like to have fun. Yesterday there was a whole necklace in my hair. Do you understand? Like it was extreme. But don't you just love being able to switch it up?
Yeah, that's my reason.
Yeah. Oh, really? That's your reason.
That's why I enjoy being a black woman. Black, period, because we're free to express like no other culture that I can think of that I know of. But I just love that.
Do we express it though? Are we allowed to express it as much as people assume we expressing it? Because I don't know about you, there's a lot of times where I'm at work and I have to remind them that I'm a black woman. Right. You know, especially in higher education, there's not a lot of us in here. And if we are playing in this field, you know, and you want to play right, you have to be a doctor, which is, you know, the path that they push you onto. But at the end of the day, there's not a lot once we climb to the top. So I can't be as black as I want to be at work sometimes. And I'm sure you guys are very familiar with that, because what does that feel like to have to cap your blackness?
I define blackness. I don't have a definition for blackness.
Okay.
So I am who I am, and I know how to be. I got a scripture for that. How to be. Of course you do. All things to all men. Meaning I know how to be appropriate according to the room, according to where I'm going. So that, to me, I'm black, but I know how to be appropriate. For
I like that. Just be appropriate. You know, I have a best friend in California, and I remember driving around with him, and this particular best friend is gay, and he was like, oh my goodness, look at this, you know, and he said the F word, you know, gay people, I'm not going to say it, I know I can, because I'm not even going to argue with you about it today, but the F word, and I was like, hey, you can't say that, and he said, why not? And I said, because that's offensive to y'all, right? And he said, no. He said, there's a difference between the F word and a gay man, the same way there's a difference between a nigga and a black. And I said, oh, one is disgraceful. You know, like, I didn't really kind of get it. So I understood why he used it in such a term. So when you use that word, if you use that word, how do you use it? Is it a term of endearment? Is it a, like, what up? You know? Like, that doesn't roll off my tongue. What up, my... Like, no, you don't use it at all. I know that. She said, absolutely not. Not in my house.
I think it was more of, like, how I was brought up. So, like, in my household, I was always heard it was just normal. It
was normal?
Yeah, it was normal, so it wasn't, like, a big deal, like, using it, so...
Okay. Same?
For me, it's kind of both. I was, like, in my household, I heard it a lot. Like, you know, hey, what's up, Lil? And... It was just like, it just rolled up.
You can say it. We don't have no editors. You know, you can say it.
Yeah.
I just don't prefer to say it.
Yeah.
But if you say it naturally, then say it.
Yeah.
But let me ask you this. What is your stance on other people saying it outside of our race? You give them a pass?
That's hard. See, like, I'm not going to lie to you. For me, it always depends on how well, like, I know you, how much we've been through together.
Oh.
Like, if I know you go to hell and back with me, I'm going to give you the pass. Like, it's like, I know you're going to take a shot with me, like, you got it. But it's like, if I just met you, or if I've known you for a long time, but I don't trust you like that, don't say it around.
He said, no, not at all. I got to know you first.
Yeah.
Odie? Pass, no pass?
I say no pass.
Okay.
Just because, I don't know, it's just...
It's reserved? Why is it a reserved word? Why is it a reserved word for us?
I feel like in 2020, like the media, and I just feel like it's so normalized
that you don't professionally prefer it.
I don't.
Professional. Is that what I said? Professionally? I'm so tired.
Preferred.
Prefer. Okay, I thought so.
Yeah.
Jesus. Candace, pass, no pass?
It depends for me.
On?
So, like, my really close friends, they can say it around me sometimes, like, in the context of, like, we're in a car and we're singing rap songs. You know, it's... Every other word is nigga, so it's like, okay, all right. But, like, when we are in a room full of black people at a party, I tell my friends, because you're not, I'm like, you can't, like, don't say that word to people that you do not know, because you don't know how they're going to take it. I know they don't mean harm to me. Okay. So it's not hurtful to me when they say it, because they don't, like, straight up call me the, like, hard R.
What is that? I keep hearing that hard R.
N-I-G-G.
I know what it is. I'm just saying it's stupid.
It's not like they're calling me that.
So because they grammatically corrected, that reminds me of this date I went on.
It's like a slang type.
No. I gotta pause this, and I know you say no pass, but this reminds me of this date that I went on when I lived in New York, and I tried it. I tried to date a white guy. I did. I tried, y'all. I know I told you I don't date white men because I don't. But I tried it. I went on one date, and he thought he was gonna surprise me with this concert. So I'm getting ready. I put on my little club dress, and I start drinking my gin. I'm getting ready to go. He's like, okay. I get in the car. He's like, you ready? I said, yeah. He goes, here's where I'm taking you. And he hands me the tickets. CC Winans. I said, I'm sorry. This is not a church outfit. And I've been drinking gin. So I'm really trying to figure out why on earth you would think I want to go to see CC Winans in this particular getup, right?
I don't even know who that is.
Do y'all know? She's a gospel artist, and y'all know who she is. I was so mortified. Y'all are dying at home because these babies didn't get it because y'all don't understand. But Keisha, I was so done. So finally, we get to this concert, and she sings this song called "It's Not Over." Well, actually, her version is "It Ain't Over." But how do I keep calling it "It's Not Over"? Because the white guy that I was dating was grammatically correcting her lyrics during the concert. It's not over. It's not over. I said, take me home. Just take me home. This is horrible. It was so bad. Why do they assume that because it's a black artist, and this is just my assumption, and maybe that's not what you're thinking out there to my non-black audience. Maybe that's not what you're thinking, but at the end of the day, do they ever change the music in the car like your Uber? They change the music to adjust for what they think you want to listen to? Yeah. Have you ever had that experience? What do they put on? What do they assume that you listen to?
For me, most of the time, it's like Jay-Z or Lil Wayne, to be honest.
That's what they put on for you?
I'm not mad at it, but
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, I know you wasn't listening to this before I got
Right? Exactly. They got them preset. Black, white,
Yeah.
Hispanic,
Right.
and nudes.
Right.
Got them covered. Get in. What about you, Odie? Have you ever had that experience?
Yeah, I had a friend actually.
Mhm.
She laughing at it. No, but he was, cause he did a white girl, so like he was around the whole family or whatever, and they put on like 50 Cent like Candy Shop. And
Right?
Like it's 2019.
Oh my God. We are not interested.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Look,
In the
song came
candy
out,
shop.
Right.
Keisha? Hilarious. No, any? Ever happened to you? People just assume you want to hear something?
I'm gonna say this. If they do, I don't notice.
Really?
I live so far above all of that foolishness.
I love it.
I don't.
Well, I do put on gospel music more when you come over to visit because I assume that is what she wants to hear instead of a little Uzi Vert. So I'm just gonna go with that one and think that that's a good pass. So a good assumption, right? She said, "You don't want to hear Boogie with a hoodie? That's not what you want to hear. You don't want to hear that over here?
I don't feel like I have a preference because it's your house.
I like that.
It's not my choice. This is your house.
My house, my rules. Is that a black people rule?
That's facts.
My house, my rules.
That's facts.
It should be everybody's rules, right? Because Lord knows, y'all saw a witness earlier. I mean, my students think I make up stories, but I can't make up the stuff that happens in my life. Did y'all not witness? Y'all weren't privy to this audience earlier when I asked my cousin, who I love, and I'm gonna give you a shout out, and I love you, but when I asked her to leave because she came over here late, black people, late, didn't call, no show. And then she came over bearing the pink eye. Did you think that I was gonna let you in this door and sabotage this set? Oh no, ma'am. I said thank you, Otis and Candace, for working me out because I had one leg on the door and one hand on the strawberries. And I'm like, DC, no, ma'am, you cannot get in here. It was crazy, but why are black people always late?
I don't get it.
Are you late?
I'm,
No, you're not, because we wouldn't work together. Because
see,
Otis and Candace, y'all know they work me out, so it's okay. But y'all are always prompt. I love that about y'all. Oh, thanks to him.
Yeah.
Because you're late.
Because I'll be in the bathroom, he's like, Candace, we gotta snap, let's go. We gotta get out the door now. And I'm like, okay. So.
Oh, that's why you came over here one day in a do-rag. Because you didn't look nothing like this that day.
No, that day, it was literally like, you don't got time to put in, let's go, I'll do the workout. And I was like, okay.
You good? It's just
I am. I love it.
It's just like, huh, do-rag. What do you feel about do-rags in public? Because I know you were a glam girl, so black girls that wear the little scarf in the public and they tie their hair up around.
I'm gonna say this, I love the turbans, but I'm anti-bonnet.
Anti-bonnet.
All the way through.
You know, that is true.
Even in the house,
I will not go to the store.
You will not go to the store in the bonnet.
I know I was coming here.
Oh, okay. She said, because I'm about to say, wait a minute, don't make me put the B-roll footage and edit it in. Because we can do that. But I remember specifically having the student that wore a bonnet to class.
Like a
full bonnet.
Oh my God.
Because the dorms were right there. So she was like, I'm just coming from my bed to your class and it don't matter. Ooh, no. I pulled her right to the side and I said, ma'am, what is this? And she's like, I didn't have time. I said, you make time. I said, I don't ever want to see you in this in my business class again. I said, because had I brought somebody in here to network with you, you wouldn't have been ready. And I need you to stay ready. But I tell you what, to this day, she stay ready. And she know who I'm talking about. Absolutely. She stay ready. I'm so proud of her. But that is what I'm talking about. Like just being able to be you. Natural hair. I see you got some dreads over there, right?
Yeah, I got them redone.
You got them redone. I've never even heard of somebody getting dreads redone. I thought you had to chop them all off and start over.
That was, my mama and my girlfriend are both pissed off at me because we had to pick through all of this hair to go on and get to where we are now.
Oh, we saw you. We saw it. Yes, it was looking a little crazy. But what does your hair say about you?
See, I think that's funny that you asked that because a lot of people say a lot of different things.
Mm-hmm.
Some people say your hair defines you. Some people say your hair enhances you. I think your hair is a statement.
Okay.
I think it's more of what you do on a day-to-day and how you define yourself on a day-to-day. I've worn dreads all of my life, basically. And honestly, the reason that I keep my dreads is, one, they're easy to maintain, to be honest. I don't have to wake up in the mornings and spend 15 minutes on it. But it's also like, since I've been young, since I've been growing these out, I've gone through a lot of experiences. And I've done a lot of things in my life. And my dreads have gone on and been there with me since the beginning. So it's like the longer they are, the more experiences I've been through and the more memories I have.
It's like a tree.
Exactly.
I love that. I've never looked at dreads that beautifully before. That is a really good story. Thank you. Odie, what you got going on up there? He said, we in the midst of the coronavirus. They know we in the midst of the coronavirus shooting this. So we are surprised we are this glam in the midst of a coronavirus, y'all. We are getting it.
I'm in the MLK phase right now. So.
Okay.
And that's the, the little fro.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you growing it
I
out.
had waves probably like a couple weeks ago, but yeah, I'm growing it out.
So what is it about the waves that's so important?
It's just like the appearance stuff he was talking about. It just
Oh.
made me feel better.
But does that make you feel more powerful to have more waves? Because what have I heard? They spinning.
Yeah.
I mean, they make you seasick or something like that. Like, what is all of that extraness? It's just waves. But what does that mean? Like, is it like having good hair? Is that what that is equivalent to for women?
I wouldn't.
Equivalent to, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I think it's more of like a inner thing for me.
Oh, for you?
Yeah.
Your soul come from in,
Yeah.
right?
It's just confidence.
This one here stay confident. I don't even understand it. She just wake up and exudes confidence. This chick was in the house cleaning up yesterday in this silk lingerie piece, and I'm like, okay, is this how we clean up? She went and she did the whole set, y'all. Helped carry Carrie's Closets, the most amazing decorator, set decorator. Well, right? Oh, we're not even gonna talk about that. But so for you, like, what gives you that confidence to walk around somebody else's house in a nightie? Because that takes some kind of confidence. You know, I had to go change it up. I said, let me get my mind right. She in my house, showing out, in heels nonetheless. And anyways, where does it come from? Where does your black power come from?
I don't get into the black stuff.
I respect it. But you got your Wu-Tang shirt. You participated. I love that. You participated.
But no. What I mean is, I have an appreciation for I don't dislike being black.
Yes.
I just feel like God made me black.
Yes.
So I'm black, but it's still me. It's just a part of me. Versus black being just me.
It's a characteristic.
Absolutely. That's
okay.
So
it's not a quality.
And I don't have to walk around. I respect.
She said, you ain't got to do all that.
I respect Ruth.
The ones that be looking for stuff.
Right.
Hey!
Right. Yeah.
It's because I'm black?
Yeah.
No, everything ain't because you black. Just sit down somewhere. Sometimes it's just because you're ignorant, and y'all should take that to the bank, as Nika would say. But how are we doing with just that energy? Where does that confidence come from? You still haven't told us, but you said.
Well, it's an inner belief. I just know who I am. My God has taught me who I am, so, and it just so happens that I'm encased in a black woman's body.
Yes.
So, yeah.
So, Candace,
Yeah.
what is it that you enjoy
What do you mean?
about being black? What is that quality that you dig in? Do you get confidence from being a black woman? Have you ever thought about being another person? For instance, my sister and I used to walk around with slips on our heads and pretend to
I
be
think
all
every little
theatrical.
girl did that.
Did you do that?
I did.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it's not a race thing.
No.
So we can squash that stereotape that it's a race thing.
Yeah.
We assumed we did it because we just wanted to see the whip action. But we wasn't getting all of that with these braids.
Right.
Oh, I hated when mommy did my hair in braids when I went to school.
Oh, I hate it.
I used to pluck them out. She'd be like, why your hair come apart? Because I did that. I don't want to look like Piggy Longstocking at school. This is gross. But this is my first time actually wearing 2 braids in my life. And I'm kind of digging them.
look good.
They're super cute. I'm like, I can rock this, I think. But,
The baby hairs in there.
all right. Oh, we got to have baby hairs. We from Houston. We got to have baby hairs. That is an essential, right? J-Lo and her baby hairs, too. She be killing the game. We are sitting here right now just in this new day, this new time, this new shift. What do you think it's going to look like for black people on the other side? And I always call it when the world opens back up, because right now we on lockdown. Everybody is, at home with their families. But what would you tell the black Terrence, the black Odie, the black Candace, the black Keisha on the other side of the shift?
So like
What-
looking
To look at, yeah, like to look forward to.
I'd have to say make the time useful. Go on and do things you never really had the time to, never really had the chance to. Talk to the people that you miss, that you went on and we on lockdown. You don't get to see your people like you want to.
Exactly.
You don't get to be around your family like you want to. So I guess reach out.
Family is important, and black people, sometimes we forget that.
Yeah.
Right.
But I want to hit one more thing because I know our show is only 30 minutes. So that blood is thicker than water stuff that a lot of black families hold on to.
Right.
And they tell you got to be loyal to your family because it's blood.
No.
How do y'all feel about that? Is that a dated
That's a hard
responsibility?
No for me.
It's a hard no for me.
Yeah.
No? Blood thicker than water? Well, you're Belizean. This is our Belizean beauty. So your culture is a little different. It's very close-knit, very...
For me, blood is thicker than water in most instances.
Okay.
Like, if a family member never did me wrong, then I'm always writing for them no matter what. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Over anyone else.
Yes, you should.
But if someone in my family constantly betrays me, then it's like, okay, now
You've done
you
the
can
most.
go over
Absolutely.
here and I'm gonna take the side that I think is morally right. But in most instances, I think blood is thicker than water for sure.
Both of you, blood thicker than water?
That's tough, to be honest.
Tough?
Like, a lot of my family I haven't talked to in years. And then some of my family, like even my close brothers and sisters, I don't talk to for months at a time. But I know that my thing is, if you call on me, I'm going to respond.
Okay.
Like, I'm going to answer your call. If you need help, we might not have talked for about 5 years.
Yeah.
But we are close enough to the point where if you call on me, I'm going to help you.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I see that.
Yeah.
Odie?
Yeah, just
One
to
more?
piggyback off of him, I feel like, because I got friends that I haven't talked to in like 2 years, but I know that they always going to be there for me. I'm always be there for them. The blood thicker than water, I believe so. My family's close-knit, like both my mom's side and my dad's side. So
That's good.
yeah, so
It was
I really never seen like a, where
And
I
that's-
have like a turn, like somebody stabbing their back, so.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's almost like a
Yeah,
stereotype.
right.
When you told me that your mom and dad have been
Yeah,
married for
right,
years
right.
and that you guys have like this happy home, he's the third.
Yeah.
He's the third. Do you understand? That is unheard of in black culture.
Right.
To have fathers in the household to
Right.
pass down that name 3 times.
Right.
That's a very powerful household you
Right.
have right there.
Yeah.
You know, because Keisha and I didn't have a complete family. We had stepdad, and mom, but, blended families. Like some of that stuff, Black people don't know how to navigate through how to love or not love and to take in and the responsibilities of that whole family. What you know what I'm talking about, like that. Yeah. So what can we say to Black families moving forward? Like, how do we build the bond back? You know, we talked about Shelton Sister Saturdays, so they know about that. Mm-hmm. But what else would you recommend right now, especially during this time? Useful information, because, you know, we don't deliver nothing unless it's useful. So what is it that you would tell the families right now that are at home? Black families. Or any family.
Just appreciate each other.
Just appreciate each other.
Yeah.
Okay. As I said, one day out of the week where you make sure you connect with everybody. Like, you know, like my family used to do Sunday dinners.
Yes,
my grandma and my Aunt Julie would get in the kitchen and
mm-hmm.
they would chef up some Belizean
oh,
food.
Yes,
everybody would come over for Sunday dinner, spend a couple hours with each
mm-hmm.
other, and then take the kids home because they got to go to sleep for school the next day.
Yes.
But we spent those couple hours together because we need that family time. And whoever's not here, like, we have a chat. And so everyone that does not live here, we make sure, are you guys okay? How are you guys doing? Like, every day I see on the chat messages of people just checking up on each other and giving updates on their life. So we always feel more close-knit.
Yes, you know that is a really good idea. I never heard of that until I met this family. And I was like, a family chat? Now, it's extended. It's got, like, all kinds of people. Yeah, I was on the wedding chat when Mama Julie got married. And it was, I was like, oh, my God, I can only imagine what the family chat looked like. There's a whole lot going on over there. I had to mute it. I was in the boardroom like, oh my God, stop. I don't know what kind of flowers. But yes, that family project, that kind of stuff is amazing. Being able to just have all of that close-knit time. Like, I know in our family, they play spades. I don't know if y'all play spades or not, but oh my God. Please don't come to our house unless you are a champion spade player, and I'm going to declare that right now for the world to see. Because you don't want it with Deborah. You don't want it with Amy. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh God. I mean, hours. Why do family gatherings last for hours? You know, I've noticed that, you know, white families or even other families, well, no, because Latino families, they parties go all night long too. I love them too. Oh, Cinco de Mayo is my favorite holiday for a reason. Oh, they get it in. But why do we not know when to go home?
See, I can't answer that. My family used to go on and play Uno from 7 at night until 3 or 4 in the morning.
The wee hours of the morning, kids tired, they all falling asleep on the floor. So I said, Mommy, are we ready yet? Because the next hand.
Yeah.
Next hand. No, not next hand. And you thinking next hand is like real next hand, but they talking about the next game. And they just started to do it. No, we got school in the morning.
I think, and honestly, circling that impacts off of what you're talking about, why Blacks have such issues with time.
Yes.
Because we did not, for the most part, we didn't know how to be responsible. We weren't taught those skills.
That is true.
And so that's why the card games go over and the children are neglected. And, you know, and not in my house. We play cards and we may get 2 games. I love you, 9 o'clock, shut the house down.
Right.
You know, and that's my house.
I remember going to a party once, a card party, and the family was playing and the dad called out a name. He was like, Johnny! And Johnny came around the corner. He was like, fix me a drink. And Johnny was like 4. I said, I'm sorry. Is Johnny supposed to be handling the cocktails? I mean, I didn't know he was a bartender.
Oh, my word.
I said, absolutely not. Is this what we doing? Like those types of things, that's where we're breeding our children. And there's a lot of that going on. And then we're blaming others for some of the stuff that we're doing wrong. You know, we're doing mismoney management. We're doing bad planning and all of these things. Like, when do we take responsibility? What would you say to Black people right now in 2020 about taking responsibility for their Blackness and their responsibilities and their obligations? Like, what anything for the 21-year-old out there that may need to know?
I say be real with yourself.
Be real with yourself.
You gotta look yourself in the mirror every day.
Oh,
so yeah.
Please, yes.
I think that's the biggest thing.
Okay.
That's huge. I like that.
Yeah, be real.
Be real?
Yeah.
Well, it don't get no realer than us because we're literally just having a conversation in my living room, right? And we're just having a discussion. But I want to thank you all for being on this episode. It was really, really powerful. I hope that people got a lot out of it because I promise you guys, there is so much more out there to being Black than just the skin. There is so much more to being Black than just the fist. It is so much more weight and responsibility and honor and a challenge that I hope that you all can take on, because there is nothing more powerful than being you, and especially being you, Lord Jesus. I need to talk to you about Wu-Tang because we didn't have our conversation about Diddy either, so we're going to talk about that off camera. But I want to thank you all for tuning into this episode. Please join us next time. It is going to be an amazing ride, and stay black and stay you.